Good night, Shabbos. It's Parshas Kisavei. Kisavei al Haaretz. It's really a very powerful week on the dial of where the Torah is dialing in, where it's taken us, especially when we're dealing with, as we're moving in time. We know how to move time. Time is not going from front to back, rather it's from up down, from down up. And then the Rechava is wird verbreitet. Chochmah is with the eye, it comes looking from top down, and then there's the Bina, which is his pashtas, it opens up, comes then from a Moich Ha'av, goes into the Bina, to the womb, and from there it's mispashet, it opens up. So looking at the Torah from when it was given, and then where the consciousness is at right now, it's coming, the Torah Yeredes Lamakam Namach, it goes all the way down to the bottom, and now we're here in Tafshin Pei Beis 2022. We're all the way at the bottom. So when we're talking about Kisavei Le'aretz, this means that it's where Malchus is already scraping. It's already we have penetrated Keser. We're in Keser already. We're in the place where almost Malchus is going to see itself fully panim with Keser. And to us, that means that, as the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, that to this world, to the Eibusher, everything is up, down, it's the same thing. Katan Kagadol, everything is Hevel Avalim, which means that in this world there is just as much Eibusher as there is up there in the highest levels, even more so over here. Even more so here, because when there's still Hasaga, when I'm still understanding something, when I still love my friend for his, I still love this guy because of his wisdom or what he gives me, what I learn or what I get from him, they're still in levels of Madrega. But my child I love just because I love him. It's a part of me. It's a piece of me. I mean, we're working on that to love our children too. It's avodah. It's part of self-acceptance. The more I can accept myself, the more I can love. The more I can love my child, which is also a part of me, and so too with the spouse, so on and so forth. So when the Torah is talking about Kisavei Le'aretz, we're talking about literally, we know that the Golus right now is heart and mind. It's in the heart and it's in the mind. We're trapped in the heart and in the mind. My mind keeps wandering off. I have moments and then I'm trapped back in, and then we work on that to melt, to unwind it, to crack it, to open it up. It's like a heat pack. That's what's coming this week. It's like a heat pack where you crack it, it's an ink, it's a dye, it opens up and then it starts spreading, and comes a Malik and cools it off. As we tap in, we go back into the mud and we need more cleaning, but we're relentless, we keep going. So Kisavei Le'aretz is, in this world, there is no menucha. There's no such thing, because this is the way this boiler, this oven, this heater works. Is like the old system with the coals. You had to feed the coals in the fireplace, in the oven, and as you keep bringing in more heat, you keep generating more heat. That's what heats up. That's what heats up the pipes. That's what brings heat. We are generators. We have to keep moving. You have to keep working. If you're gonna sit back, you're not on the game. You have to keep moving. Now, you get to choose. You get to choose what you want to heat the oven with. The only way to tap into Olam Haba in this physical world, which means in the consciousness that we are here, we're coping in physical bodies. Physical body means you're going to feel physically. You're in a place of restriction. You're in the belly of this machine. Now, Torah comes down all the way at the bottom, and Torah is from Chachma, and Chachma is, you get the blick all the way to the end, which means that if you're connected to Torah, you are already in a level of Olam Haba. You're in their level of consciousness, which is oneness. You can melt away the distractions. You can melt away the resistance. That's called levels of Yechida. And it's kind of like building your Beis Hamikdash. Building your Beis Hamikdash, Yechida, it's Mashiach consciousness. So, when you're going to have a crack in your system, when you're finally going to be able to create some space, you're going to have a moment of clarity. You're going to see You're going to have a moment, I get it now, I see, I feel it, I can understand. I had a moment of connection to myself, to my spouse, to my home, to my work. I understand what I'm doing. First take that Reishis Pri Adama from Malchus, whatever Malchus gave you back. Emes Me'eretz Titzmach, we are Malchus, whatever sprout forth from the work, the labor that you put in. And from wherever you're coming from, from any place you are in, any place you're in, come and bring it to Ashiv Hashem Alakecha. Tap in. Wherever the coin is at that time. Bring it to your coin. Have a moment of self-reflection. Go to your tzaddik, go to your whatever you go to your tzion, to wherever you go to. Make a confession. Video a shamu is not only on something negative, it's also on the positive. I confess that it's good. I confess that I had a moment. Start living from a positive fire. Start living from a positive flame. You are in the land already. Stop denying yourself. It's your choice. So now that you had a glimpse of Eish Lavan, of the white fire, you know what looks like, what Keser looks like here in Malchus, so start tapping into that. So if you look at Pasuk Gimel, you have the Targum. First of all, Ashenishba, the words in Targum is Kaim, life. It's the living, it's the part of life that the Eibishter swore, which means that it's the DNA that's within us. Ashenishba Hashem Lavasena, when you're coming to the land, you're tapping into a flow within you, which is called Kaim. This is your life force. Nishba is the word in Targum. The Targum reveals the secrets. Nishba is the word Kaim, which means living. The Kaim Hashem Avosunu. Avosunu is Avisenu, which is also Ava. When in Chodesh El, when Yidgem Midas Arachamim, when you're tapping into your compassion through your life force, when you're recognizing Reishis Kol Pri Adama, when you're bringing the first, when you have the first recognition, where you have the first moichen that opens up a little softness in the kalte cup, you open up to some warmth, you're allowing yourself to have some compassion on yourself, because it's within us. It's Ashenish Balavasenu. It's what He's given us through. You're going to find it with love. And now this is the month where we are. You put in the work, you're squeezed, and you're finding it. It's there. It's a fact. It's there. I'm telling you, like usually we talk concepts. This is not a concept. We never talk concepts. We always talk reality. We put the finger exactly on the pulse, on the raw nerve. We know exactly where it's at. We know that this is fire. This is not a joke. We're dealing here with the real deal. You're tapping in, change is happening, we're following, we're on the tracks, we're on the shinnas of what Torah Chassidus, what the Baal Shem Tov has given us. Especially now, Chayel was still hot from Chayel, it's warm, the tracks are hot, you know exactly where to go. Ashenish B'Hashem Lavasena, Loses Lanu with, you're going to find this with Ava. V'nisa v'marta f'nei Hashem Lakecha Aramed Ovid Avi. Arami, which is Lavan Arami, he worked. Ovid Avi, let's see what Avi is. Hey, Aramu Boile Evada. He came to Evada. Targum is Evada is to Ovid. Evada means a loss of losing. I lost it. Aveda. Arami Abal Evada Yas Abba, which is Chachma in Chasla Mitzrayim. He took us into Mitzrayim. Says Rashi over here. Arami Ovid Avi Lovin Dikish Lakras Hak Geshirad Eves Yankiv. Et gehata machshav sitin imaso choshelam kashbach machshavra kamase. So we get like as if he did it already. Why? We're going to get into that some other time. You have to tune into that. But if this week's Zohar, there's a piece here, it says that the love and leirod of Achar Yankev b'koyach geborim. I'm translating it here in Lashon Kodesh. Larach b'ikarav sharai chel Yankev v'banav gadol mimenu. Yaakov had a bigger army than Lavan. Saf, he was, what was he? He was just a magician. And, magamacht, liftige Sachen. You hear that? Magamacht liftige Sachen. Mag sich gedreht, mag gespinnt. Magamacht liftige Sachen, black and white. Yaakov had a real proper army. He worked 21 years. He worked hard. He owned his accomplishments. He owned his breakthroughs. He owned his asgalas. Ekev, he dadurch gequetscht the bottom foot. He wanted to kill him with his mouth. He tried to use some magic, to use some manipulation, mind manipulation. Okay, whatever that means. The part is that the whole spin that we are in right now is Arami. We're dealing with Aram. We're dealing with a liar. We're dealing with an illusion. We're dealing with a lie. And the more you're trying to stand up for yourself, the more he's going to confuse you, the more he's going to spin you. But it's Kisava. You already had a taste of it. You had a taste. You felt it, you're feeling it, you're living with it, you're already toichen man, wird es geriefen. You're already toichen high conscience. You're tapping into kesed. So don't be selfish, don't be a coffee toiva. Alright? I'm not that sure, I'm just saying it loud. Okay? And recognize velakachta mereshes pri adama. Bring from the first one, bring it right away. Find it within a place within yourself, within your gut. Find it around the solar plexus. Feel that, tap into the goodness that will overcome and will push away your pain, your anxiety. That will open up the lock, the chains that love and put on you. Vital so is soll khalad vash des freedom we stach wissel von Hashem lekech was samachte begalte was shanas in Hashem lekech ulu we sagen what ebste lekech Hashem yutke vavke lekech gives to Teva ulu we sagen to your home, even the manifestation of lekech of Teva, your house atva leve vager ashe bekirbecha targum again atu levoy vigyor di benach, which is in you. I think it could be a lashon of bina too. Once you have, in other words, in Chachma it already exists, you already won, you're there, you see the whole picture, but then comes Bina where the 49 levels of spin starts. So now that you had a moment of, you see already, you see what's going on, that you're supposed to bring in that second of clarity, the Reishis Pri Adama, that second, that tipper is showing it, to bring it into Bina, all the way to your Levi within you. Levi, there's levels in Avodah, which it's Parshas Nasai from the Alter Rebbe, goes in detail. We didn't do it this year, but I believe we did it last year. Different levels of Geshen Kahas Merari, different levels in Avodah, from Yira and Ava and Avilah. And then the Ger is that part that confuses you. The Ger is that part that tells you that it's still not good. It tells you that confuses you. The Ger thinks that you are the problem. You have done something wrong and you are messing up, when really you're just here to do a job. When you walk in with a child to the doctor, or when you come to the doctor with an ear infection, when somebody comes in, not anymore. When you walk in, you're bringing the air. You're not bringing yourself. This is me, and then there's something bothering me. Fix me. The same goes with this. The martel v'nei Hashem alekacha ba'arti hakodesh min habayis. Ich habe alles gecleaned. I cleaned house. Ba'arti maser kodesh maser min habayis. I cleaned the house. V'gam nasati v'lelevi. Ich habe gegeben von mein Levi, von mein Geir, von mein Yasim, von der Almana. All these parts and these things, you can find them as they manifest and they reflect from out there. You find the Ger, the Yasim. There's another guy that's lost. There's another guy that's looking for a father. There's another guy that's looking for some warmth. All big, strong, tough guys looking for some warmth, looking for some comfort. I've done that. I've given my tzedakah. I'm paying my dues. I'm paying it. Ba'arti HaKodesh min habayis. V'gam nasati l'gam v'anosim. V'chol metzvah shkash etzivisani. Everything that you gave me at Tzivi, we know, is a connection. There are different strings, different lasers that come shooting down from the top. How is this thing going to manifest? He manifests in mitzvahs, in Tzivi. A mitzvah is not this thing I gotta do a Torah mitzvah. Mitzvah is a Tzivi, it's a skashers. How are you going to, what's holding your parachute? There's 613 strings. Which ones of these are you going to light up? We're connected to all of them, but they're deflated. We need to inflate it. I need to turn it on. I need to turn it on. By doing that, I'm turning it on. When I'm saying a good word to somebody, when I'm putting my tefillin, my mitzvahs, I'm connecting to that. Lo ivarti mitzvotzecha v'lo shechachti. I didn't step over in the mitzvahs v'lo shechachti, which means that even now that we are here, we're reaching out. We're so tiny from this massive light coming from top. It's like looking at a little tiny candle when you're thousands of miles away. You get a glimpse of what it looks like, what our light looks like. We're all the way down on the bottom. And our job was, we're the guys that were sent down here to light up, to activate the strings, to activate the mitzvahs, to activate the tzivi down here at the bottom, to activate the parachute here at the bottom. So, this is Kesava Yelaretz. It's your choice. Zavas Chalav Vash. And Ashkifa Moim Katshecha, Min Hashemayim, Mevarach Esamcha, Es Yisrael, Ves Adama, Es Yisrael. Look down from up there and bench down Amcha Yisrael, which is we represent Yisrael. It's a consciousness. Yisrael is not just a yid. Yisrael is a consciousness. It's something that lives off of a high conscience food. Ves Adama Shenesatolana, which is us. We are the Malchus. Kashan Eshbata Lavasin, and once again with love for our. Which is life, a life force with love. We can choose, we have the Bechira to choose, that we can live not from, in this place there's no Makkah Manicha, but we could tap into the Manicha. You could tap into be a life of stress-free, anxiety-free, depression-free, all these beautiful labels that really what it is just a clogged toilet. And instead of calling it what it is, it's labeled depression, anxiety, different sicknesses, God forbid. It's just labels. All it is, it's blocks of energy. Activate the pipes, turn on the tzinoides, and the parachute starts gliding. The parachute starts moving, and you're back to where you're. He said it. Hayom today, Lishloil Am Segula, Kashem Dibulechem, Lishmakam Mitzvosov, Lasitcha Elion al Kalagoyim. This consciousness is like Shemen, it's oil. It's Elion al Kalagoyim. It goes on top of all the midas, everything that you're experiencing. You can rise above it simply by tapping into level 50, which is Nun Shar Bina, which really Nun Shar Bina, the 50th level of Bina is really Chachma. And Chachma is that tippa, it's that thing, just by being in the place of. Don't try to figure it out. You figured it out, yes, but then get to a place where you tap into that center line, which is Chachma. Chachma is just like it's good. And the time to tap into that is Shabbos. Shabbos, you get a free pass. Shabbos, you can tap into that because Shabbos, the phones are off, the fire is off, and we don't need to generate energy. We don't need to generate fire by putting coals in the oven. You can just generate energy by sitting home, drinking wine, eating challah, and having a good time. And of course, learning Torah, davening, whatever it is, sleep, whatever it is, just do it intentional. I'm sleeping because I have the ability to. Try to do that on a Tuesday afternoon, even if all your bills are paid and you have all the money in the world. Try to do that on a Tuesday afternoon. Try to just sleep in. See how that goes for you. All right? Or even when everything is worked out for you, it's like, yeah, I naturally get up 6 o'clock. I wonder why. Because you can't. Party has to get paid. There's taxes to be paid. You are here. You're gonna work in the sweat of your face. That's how you're going to breathe. So I have an awesome, blessed Shabbos. We live in amazing times. We're blessed, really, really, really. It's a huge opportunity to be here. We're living in a time where change is happening, real internal change is happening, and we have an opportunity to, as it's happening, to be aware and mindful of what's going on. So it should be already Kisova Yela'aretz, once and for all. Stop playing around. You're doing the work anyways. You may as well just open up to it, speaking to everybody. Okay. Good job.